I will say, I was one of those people that commented and said, Loren is doing a good job. I commented. And Jess was reading the YouTube comments. She was reading the comments.
And I think that was a mistake. It's like, look, no, even if Loren does a good job, I'm pretty sure there's some hateful comments there. And you can't really
we get hateful comments.
Get hateful comments. Shit, it's part of the
It's part of the game. Parts of the game, man.
Yeah, so it's like when you put yourself out there, just know there's going to be people who like you, love you, and there's going to be even more people who hate you. Yo.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to what episode now?
52. Episode 52.
Man, that's a lot of episodes, man.
Yes. That's like a year full of like full-length feature episodes.
Full-length feature episode. We have segments. We put a lot of content. Live streams. Put a lot of content on this channel.
Oh, man. That last live stream.
That was fun.
That was pretty damn dope. But, yeah. You know, we always got to go through the regular schlingo. I'm your host, Rich.
I'm D.
And this is a Straight Up R&D Podcast where we give it to you real, raw, uncut, straight up with opinions based on motherfucking facts.
Facts. Love the support, too. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I always put this out there. If you ever want to come on the show, debate us, talk some shit.
Yeah, you don't agree. You're like, yo, these two guys are a bunch of idiots. So they saying, like, come say your piece. Come say your piece. But just please remember, the number one rule on this podcast is we do not give a fuck about your feelings. So you could cry, you can be sad about it, but we just don't care. All right, we just don't care. We just keeping it real raw and uncut. So let's jump right into it. It's been circulating for like a week now. I think about a week.
About a week.
Some stuff went down on the Breakfast Club. There's one of the anchors, Jess Hilarious.
Yeah.
And Loren LaRosa.
Fight.
was having like some issues, you know what I'm saying? So I watched the Breakfast Club, and most of the time I really don't agree with some of the stuff they said because
facts.
They're really like lefties, they're never in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Charlamagne tries to be, but then he just goes right.
He double backs.
Yeah,
he double backs. So right now he's trying to be all like he's in the middle and he's not Republican or Democrat or whatever nonsense when he's really a Democrat. Like he doesn't know how to differentiate. But so basically Jess was out on maternity leave because she had a baby. And, she had to have someone fill in for her while she was gone.
And I think she recommended that girl. Yeah,
she did. She recommended Loren LaRosa to fill in for her. And, rightfully so. It was a good pick. Too good of a pick. And when I was watching the show, I'm like, or listening to the show, I'm like, yeah, like she's really going in depth with some of the celebrity gossips or whatever she's finding out.
And the thing about it too is like, when they talk politics, she can add to the conversation. Just hilarious. Whenever they kind of go that route, you can see she's a little bit hesitant to speak on it because she's not really well versed in that area. Loren London, her name.
Loren LaRosa.
Oh, my bad. LaRosa, she's about it. She does her research, so it's like that's why, you can't really get rid of her. Well, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, you can't get rid of her, but it really turned out that just by watching the videos, even in the comments, so you check the comments on YouTube, people are like, oh, she's taking Jess's spot and like she's way better than Jess. Like she's actually bringing more like information to the discussion than Jess would. And it's true. It's true. It's absolutely true. And I'm there watching. I'm like, oh, this is actually a little better than what it was before. And look, no shade to Jess, but I did not know who she was before she came.
No shade. I don't know who.
No shade. I didn't know who she was, but now I know she's a comedian. I didn't know that. I didn't know she was a comedian.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
That was funny, but So where the problem stemmed was when she came back. Loren never went back to her old position.
She never left.
So they were like, she coming into work and she's seeing like 4 people on the set, and Loren got her segment and she's doing Jess's segment. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what is she supposed to, what is Jess supposed to do at this point? Right? Just say,
That's a great question, because now it's like 4 of them.
Yeah, it's 4.
And that's a lot of people for a morning show. That's for a limited time, because
yeah, I think it's like an hour, right?
yeah, like how everybody, because like Charlamagne and Envy, they gonna get their thoughts in. So now it was Jess and Lauren fighting for real estate on that show, fighting for talking time to like, hey, I got to get my piece in so, you know, they could stay relevant on the show. So it's like, how does that work? Now, again, I watch Breakfast Club here to here. I don't watch it religiously, so maybe they have a system that works, but just thinking about it, like, how, you know, with a short amount of time, how is everybody going to get their piece in?
Yeah, it's within an hour, 4 people. I mean, 15 minutes. I mean, you got commercials, you got this, you got that. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard.
Breaks. Yeah.
Music breaks. It's kind of hard to swing the time. But where all of this kind of boiled over was just went to IG Live and started a rant.
You shouldn't have done that.
You know, I think she should have. I think it was warranted. So if you want to check out the full rant, I'm not going to sit here and explain everything she talked about, but the highlights are kind of like, you know, no clarity on what her position is. She have a contract, and this Loren LaRosa is still doing Jess's work. And, you know, she doesn't want to feel that old because she had a baby, she lost her job, or like.
But that's literally what it is.
Yeah, no, that's literally what happened. And she also went and ranted to Envy and Charlamagne about the situation, and they really didn't help her with it.
But what they supposed to do? They don't run the Breakfast Club. Hey, it's up to the bosses.
But that's the thing. It's like, if she's out, like, she should still be in those meetings. Like, you know, pop in for 30 minutes and, like, you know.
On maternity leave?
Yeah, at least I would. I mean, you're on a live TV show.
Okay. I mean, but that would be up to her. Like, she would have had to communicate, like, hey, you know, I would still like to be involved in some capacity.
Send me the meeting minutes, man. Like, you don't just.
I doubt she was doing any of that, though, bro. She was at home chilling.
Exactly. So she 100% relieved herself from that. But look, this is media, and the moment you stop, you become irrelevant.
Look, this is my take on it. Let's go back. When Angela Yee left the Breakfast Club, it took a while for them to like find a replacement. Like, I thought they weren't even going to look to replace her. I thought it was just going to be Charlamagne and DJ Envy, because there was nobody there for a long time until Jess Hilarious came on the show, and then she started becoming regular, and everybody was advocating for, like, oh, she's doing great. She's doing, you know, really good. So they gave her the position. She was there for like a month before she had to leave on maternity leave. And look, this is just a harsh reality. When she came in, people were still, you know, like they were still trying to fill the void of Angela Yee. Now, when you leave, it's not like they even really used to you yet. You're still new. Mm-hmm. So now you help this Loren girl get that position, and she's really good.
She's a producer, so she's in the background.
And she has like a journalist background, and she's really good. So now when you come back, it's like, I'm not saying, you know, shouldn't have got pregnant or anything, but it's just a harsh reality of, you left, you got the position, you left. Somebody had to fill in that position. The person who filled in is doing an amazing job, and they can't get off the show. It is what it is. And it's like, and I can understand, like, hey, they should have saved the spot for you. If you're in Jess Hilarious position, you're like, man, they should have saved my spot for me. Man, they should have made sure I was good. But business is business at the end of the day. If this person that comes in and the ratings are going through the roof and everybody's loving it,
but
what do you want them to do?
Nah, but listen, she got a contract with them. So it's not
That's why they're not kicking her off the show. It's just like, hey.
I know. but it's like you got a contract that states, hey, I'm the third person for X amount of shows or X amount of years until, I don't know, they might do after 6 months or a year, we renew it or see what we're doing. It could be that. I don't know the details, but to be gone then come back, it's like, yeah, I want my spot back, because initially, if you wanted a Loren LaRosa, you should have kept looking until you found one or you found her, but you chose me. So it's like, I gave you what the show wanted a month ago before I got pregnant. And now after I leave, somebody fills in. Now the direction is going to change. I think that's messed up.
See, but that's thing,
messed
though,
up.
Bro. Like, you came and was on a job for like a month. And not saying it's her fault.
It's illegal, though. It's legal. It's
But
legal.
it's just, when you're that, and then the thing about it too, she's got all these work from home accommodations. So it's like they be Envy and Charlamagne be there. I'm like, where the fuck Jess at? Working from home again. So it's like, they have given you a lot of accommodations, but
yeah.
At the end of the day, it's business. And you went on maternity leave, fine. See, this is why I like to relate things to sports. I remember Peyton Manning. He was like, he does not want the coaches to know what his backup looks like. He said he showed up to every practice, every game. He played hurt all the time because he knows how it is. If you see my backup and he's looked better than me, you're going to find a way to phase him out.
Yep.
You gave them a chance to look at your backup. And your backup way better than you. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, hey, now you got 4 people. You got to try to find a way to make it work. Jess, to me, I think Jess would look at this like, yo, I got to step my game up.
No, she really do.
Like, this got to be like, you know what? Let me start paying attention to politics more so she could.
And she was crying about this whole thing.
Yeah, she was crying about it. They lashed out on the air. Like, let me be more informative. Let me start paying attention to shit. Because your competition,
hey, it's putting you to shame.
Yeah,
putting you to shame. No, and I think it brought Loren brought something refreshing to the show because they have that other lady, the other black lady from Black Entertainment Network. She I forget her name, but she's always remote. If you ever watch, I forget her name.
And she was talking about Kamala and stuff like that.
Yeah, she would talk more on the politics.
I know who you're talking about. I think I saw her on CNN this week spewing nothing but nonsense.
Yeah, she's on. She'll come in the morning and she have a 5-minute piece. And she'll talk about it.
I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. She talk about she mainly talks about politics, and she talks about it, and then she goes. So it's like she's good at that. She got that. When Loren came and addresses the celebrity shit with facts or the hottest rumors that's going around a certain situation. When Jess is doing it, it's like
throwing shit at the wall.
It's like, yeah, but so and so happened, but I don't know. It seems like this, and I don't know. It's nothing concrete. She's not doing real investigative journalism work on it. So it's like you're half-assing it along the way and just trying to go. I think she's trying to just go off of her name, I'm a comedian. I'm supposed to be funny. The funny person on the show is Charlamagne. Mm-hmm. Charlamagne's the funny person. DJ Envy, he's supposed to be kind of that mindful guy. I don't know, family oriented dude that's supposed to be
real
in there. And then I don't know what her place is. And I've been watching the show every time I catch it on YouTube, and I'm like, yo, I don't really understand why she's there, But I will say, I was one of those people that commented and said, Loren is doing a good job. I commented. And Jess was reading the YouTube comments. She was reading the comments.
And I think that was a mistake. It's like, look, no, even if Loren does a good job, I'm pretty sure there's some hateful comments there. And you can't really
we get hateful comments.
Get hateful comments. Shit, it's part of the guy. It's
part of the game. Parts of the game, man.
Yeah, so it's when you put yourself out there, just know there's gonna be people who like you, love you, and there's gonna be even more people who hate you. So I don't think she should be paying attention to that. But my goodness, you let your backup come into the game. She's a lot. I'm sorry. She
picked the wrong one. She picked the wrong one.
She picked the wrong one, bro. And I was just thinking about this from like a job perspective, like in a corporate America perspective. Like there are some managers who know like the people who they manage are really good, and they will get, say if somebody who's like doing a killer job, that manager like, man, this man might be coming for my job. Let me not recommend this motherfucker to the higher ups or nothing. And they're gonna be like, this person might be. That's how it is. And like, and
it happens. People want to protect their job.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anybody should do that, but I'm just saying this is the perfect reason why some people might think that.
Like, yeah.
This woman literally taking your job. And I think because they know she signed a contract, they can't just really fire her without any type of probable cause. But they're kind of like, all right, let her just bug out all over the internet. Maybe she says she want to quit, and then they could like phase her out. I think that's the plan.
They've been waiting for it. Just say quit. Just say you want to quit, so we can like advert around that. Because now they got to pay 4 people on payroll. That's an extra person. I know Loren is gonna want to get some sort of contract.
You see what I'm saying? She's like, well, I'm on the Breakfast Club. I want to raise.
But Loren is smart though. Even though she was being shady. If you watched it, right? Mm-hmm. Like she was being type shady. She was being type shady. And I was like, look, I'm looking at Loren, and I'm like, look, I don't blame her for taking the most of that opportunity, because again, she was just a little journalist, ain't got no voice and nothing. The Breakfast Club is the biggest radio network on the network, on the airwaves, or whatever they want to say it is. She was putting in that work.
Yes.
She was making a name for herself. She was going the extra mile. She going the extra mile. Cause I'm like, yo, if you don't go that hard unless you really want a spot.
She probably knew like, yo, this is my opportunity.
This is my spot. I gotta shine. Like this is my opportunity. I gotta shine. So boom, she went in, she did her thing, and now it's boiling over, where everybody see Jess come back. It's like, whoa, we don't really need you anymore because we were doing fine without you. But it's a double-edged sword, because if I look at it like, Jess did a good thing recommending a good person. Mm-hmm. And then Loren, you can't blame her for doing her best at the opportunity.
Yeah, and I don't even think it was a thing of like Loren, like I want to purposely take a spot. She's like, I'm gonna just put in the work. That's it. It's like,
but I know she knew that, maybe I could get her spot.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say maybe. She was thinking that, bro. She was thinking that, because when she came back, if Jess came back, she should have been like, yeah, I'm gonna give you back the mantle.
Hell no.
But she didn't.
Yeah, she did. You
see what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't doing that unless.
So she would have been like, nah. She was like, fuck that. I want a spot.
Unless they drag me out this seat, they say I gotta go.
Until I hear otherwise, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. That's how she approached it. And I can't be mad at that.
Like I'm saying, and the reason why I didn't like when Jess was saying all that on Instagram, because I just felt like she's playing into their hands. It's like, all right, I can understand, you want to voice your frustrations. But I literally think they're like, yes, blackout, do all of this. Mm-hmm. So you could say you quit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to make it uncomfortable for her.
Right.
So by you showing, by you saying all that online and showing your frustrations, like this, I feel like this is what they want, because they don't want you there anymore. They're like we got Loren. So I mean,
look, I'm glad she went out on social media and said that. I'm not even a proponent of people who's talking their business on social media, but I mean, at least you got the people talking now. Now you got people thinking, because it would have been one of those things where if it was kept quiet, everybody would have saw it happening, but not know what's going on behind closed doors. And then when she abruptly leave, then everybody's like, oh, it's because of this, and speculations start going, and then now they have to clean up their image. Look what happened to Angela Yee. I didn't hear no definitive reason of why she left.
They kind of gloss around it. It could have been something behind closed doors, but if you act like people ask, and she's like, "Oh, I just wanted my own show."
That's a bullshit answer. That's a bullshit answer. That's not it. That's the number one morning radio show in the U.S. How you just gonna say I just want my own show? You'd want to stay there.
And I don't even know what her ratings on that show is, but
that's like if you're on the dream team, like, yeah, I just want to get traded. Like, I don't want to be on this all-star team. I just want to go to a whack weak team that we're gonna lose every game, bro. Like, no, you don't do that. You want to stay on the best team. Mm-hmm. But this was needed, and it really put the Breakfast Club on blast of what they was trying to do to Jess. But hey, I'm all for people who, she got the spot. She auditioned, she won the position, and rightfully, technically, legally, that should be her slot. Period. LaRosa need to sit back.
She ain't sitting back.
That's how I would have went about it. I was like, that's just it. That's policy.
This is how it is in the real world. Yo, somebody's always looking over your back, yo.
Somebody wants your spot.
Yeah, yo. So that's why for all y'all youngers out there taking PTO every damn week,
vacations all the time.
Just know the employer is gonna like, you know what? Enough is enough. They're gonna look at somebody who could do the job better than you and
work more days. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. See what Elon doing.
Man, I don't even know if this guy sleeps. I don't know if him or Trump sleeps.
Dude, and you know what's so crazy about that? Literally every person who I heard that interviewed Trump or people that was around him, they're like, he doesn't sleep. JD has said that multiple times, like, yo, I have to make sure this man sleeps.
Damn.
He just goes, he's like 78. And like, damn, me and Maya, sometimes I need a nap. Like, if you say, yo, we going out tonight? All right, cool. Let me take a nap around this time. So I got some. This motherfucker just going. Like,
yeah, he's just going. Like, it's always something. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's in the camera.
Oh, fuck up the camera? Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I gotta edit this part. Yeah. It didn't stop it though. All right, cool.
You never know with this podcast. You know what I mean? You never know.
Well, facts though. It's just them people just go, man. And like, I remember even Elon was like, this was a while ago. Before this is when everybody loved him. He was like, he worked like over 100 and something hours a week. He slept at his office because he's trying. That's the type of dedication it takes to be at that status, and that's a lot.
That's the type of dedication that makes you the world's richest man on the planet. I mean, you got to give it to him. He works hard. He's running 5-6 companies. There is no time to sleep. If you really think about it, I don't even know how he can do that. I guess his mind works in a really crazy way, but recently, his SpaceX company went out and saved those astronauts that were stranded outer space when they were supposed to be there only for 8 days, and it turned into
crazy.
4 months, 5 months?
Yeah,
6 months?
I feel like it was like 9 months, but a couple months.
Yeah, so he threw up one of his rockets, went to the space station. All of this was live. It was live, so you could see it in real time. Everything from the moment those people went into the other pod, everything until they landed. Went out of space, grabbed the people, brought him back to Earth safely.
Home with their families again. You know, obviously they have like a lot of medical things they got to monitor with them because they've been in zero gravity for so long. You lose about 2% of your bone structure. I think it's every month. Like your bone strength decreases, and you actually get taller out there because there's no gravity that's pulling you down. Oh, crazy!
So you actually get taller. So now, when you come back to Earth, and that gravity's pulling you now, could that cause some back problems, some spinal cord issues?
God.
Who knows? You know, because they've been out there for a long time. So they have to go through a recovery process, and, you know, hopefully they're all fine after that. You know, everybody have their own little issues here and there, but, you know, it could create complications. But what I found very interesting is that the media wasn't really highlighting the fact that he went out there and got these astronauts back safely. And under the Biden administrations, they were basically forgotten. You know, it was like
North Carolina.
Like
Yeah,
you know, like
ahead.
just right up there, and we don't care. You know, so what's your thought on that? Like, a lot of the media is really tiptoeing around the fact that he saved
It doesn't.
astronauts. These are not like regular people. These are astronauts.
You know, it doesn't surprise me because, and this is what I'm talking about in the current political climate, it's just attacking the other side, whether it's good or bad. Like, some things are above politics, similar to what we were saying about Democrats not clapping for DJ.
9 months, you're right.
9 months, yeah. Like, similar to when saying Democrats not clapping for DJ, the boy who had, you know, survived brain cancer and stuff like that. This is another moment of how disgusting some of the Democrats are and liberal media. Elon threw up one of his ships to save these people, man, right? Who were probably having thoughts of death, scared, they're alone. Like, just think about what they had to do to even survive up there. Like, and they brought them back home. You think that's something that would be celebrated? Now, has it been talked about? Yes. But this is to be a unifying thing of like, hey, no matter what our political views are, we want to thank Elon and Mr. President for saving these people. You know what I mean? And this is a great thing in history. It should be something like that. But then when I look on CNN and these other networks, and they're having a debate about this topic, I'm like, what is there to debate about? Mm-hmm. It's nothing to debate about. You should just be able. This is above politics. It's saying, you know, this is a great time in history. No matter what we think about Elon and what he's doing with Doge and stuff, he did a good thing by helping these people, and that should be that. So now this is what I'm saying. Like, they could do anything. Like, the Republicans can do anything. I'm talking about cure cancer. I don't know. The Democrats, was this the perfect time to cure cancer? And I'm just like, why is it like this? I mean, vice versa too. But I think, I don't know, from what I'm seeing now, and maybe I have to look back on history, I don't know if the Republicans were ever like this if the Democrats did something good. Obviously, there's going to be some pushback, and, you know, because it's like, you know, I'm with my set, I'm ripping my set. Mm-hmm. But it's like, my goodness, bro. Like, can we just unite on anything? Why is it always got to just be one side and another side? Like, what?
Well, yeah, what?
and now I'm really starting to think, I'm like, man, do y'all really hate America? I've heard several people say that, like, Democrats don't hate America. I actually have a book that I didn't finish it yet, saying Democrats hate America. And I don't want to believe that because you're American, but it's like, my goodness. And we see, I'm going off on a little tangent, but I see Joy Reid doing an interview with Don Lemon, and almost like she's rooting for Canada to win against America. I'm like,
and it's all really stemming from people that hate Trump. Like, it's one thing. All right, not everybody's gonna like the leader. Not when Biden was president, I didn't like the stuff that he did, but I would never say, oh, I hate this country. I would never say that.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like, yo, I'm glad to be here. He has some good policies that he's done. Very few of them, but but it's like, you know, hey, I'm not gonna go trash it and say, yeah, I'm gonna pick Canada over U.S. I'm a U.S. citizen.
You see, and look, if Kamala won, I would have been like, hey, I didn't vote for her and I didn't want her to win, but I would have to have her back by default. Like, yo, she's the sitting president. I live in this country. And it is what it is. And I'm thinking like all these other countries, I'm like, yo, they just like, America can't agree on nothing. Like, you got one people on this side, some people on, and like, it's like they don't even take us serious. And meanwhile, you got fucking China. You see what China's doing? Building artificial suns, built the world's fastest train. Like, they are booming. Now it's really, now people are saying like, hey, China might have overtaken America as the new
world power.
Yeah, world power. And we're here debating on pronouns and bathrooms and
the border.
You see what I'm saying?
All of this stuff.
Like there are some things that shouldn't be up for debate. Like the border shouldn't be up for secure the border. That's it. But we here having a debate on that,
dude. It's always going to be this tug of war between the two. Always going to be a tug of war between Democrats and Republicans. And right now it's really making the Democrats look really bad and anti-American to the point where it's like the bipartisan bill that Chuck Schumer signed, AOC was upset. What's the other black congresswoman from was it Texas? What's her name?
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett upset about it. They were like, look, the point that Schumer was saying is, look, even if he didn't vote for it, he didn't go along with it. Let's say they have a government shutdown. Does that not give the Trump administration more power to cut departments and agencies? Does not say, we don't need you. The government shut down.
Great point.
And I'm like, you got to think ahead. Like that's what Democrats are so like anti. Like we just don't want to agree with anything that this man is saying, and we're just gonna say no to everything that he's proposing. It's like he could be proposing something good, and they're just saying no because he's doing it. His name is on it, and that's where the fall is going to be, and that's why it's looking like we're going to have another Republican president. Like, there's no way a Democrat voter today is going to feel confident in voting in the Democratic Party. It just does not make any sense.
It makes no sense, and the thing about it, they look weak because it's like, look, even if internally you don't agree with Chuck Schumer, you gotta show that the party is unified to the public. If y'all over here, cussing each other down and showing publicly that y'all just a mess, like why would anybody believe in y'all to run the country? Y'all can't even run your own party. Y'all hate each other in your own party, calling each other backstabbers and having all this nonsense, whatever. So, like, why would somebody choose that party to run the country if y'all can't even settle y'all shit in your own house?
It's just never going to happen. And it's going to, the Democrats are going to keep slipping on ice, and it's a slippery slope from there because we now see that the whole celebrity stuff doesn't work anymore. So, a lot of Democrats, a lot of people in the United States saw it doesn't work. Now they're trying to, what I see the Republicans doing is they're shifting to podcasts. Ted Cruz got a podcast.
Yeah.
Friggin' Newsom got a podcast. Friggin' there's probably another dude that got another podcast. Hannity has his own little thing that he's running around. They've been had that. The Fox people been had that. But it's like now they're running around to the podcast because they're seeing how strong it is. But what they're failing to realize is these podcasts, these are people who, their fans know what they're about. They're going to say what they want to say, and if your political candidate goes on that podcast, they mean 9 times out of 10, they kind of align with the person who's hosting. So I don't really see, in this state right now, Democrats have 3 years and a couple months to get it together. But I don't really see how people are going to retain or regain trust in the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like they're running the same playbook that caused Kamala to lose. And it's like, I'm like, man, you're going to do this for all 4 years? Like, Trump is bad every second. And just like, I don't know. I don't see like, I'm like, who the fuck is running this party? Like, why would you do the same thing that caused y'all the loss? Caused you all the loss. Just like, you know what, we got to work with the president. We don't agree with some of his policies. And, you know, there's going to be some people who just voice their opinions loudly, but just see how it goes. And that's just, that's literally just it. And then y'all dying on this same hill. Like, think about what Trump ran on. Hey, securing the borders. Hey, you know, male and female, stuff like that. A lot of these policies are the reason why he won. But y'all still dying on these hills. And I'm like...
They're beating a dead horse.
And I'm like, bro, America voted against it. Like, you got to switch it up. That's why, like, Gavin Newsom is like... To me, he seems a little fake, but it's like, at least I see him trying. Mm-hmm. At least somebody's trying to rebrand themselves. Like, you know what? Okay, this shit ain't work. So let's, you know what I'm saying? But like, he's inauthentic to me. But at least somebody's trying to say, all right,
switch it up. At least he's putting on a new mask to lie to his own Democratic people. But I just wanted to circle back on some of the physical damage that being out of outer space for so long, for 9 months, can do to you. All right, so one thing is the skin. So the skin thins and tears easily, and it heals back much slowly. So the healing process is slower. You get impaired vision because when you're out there for that long, you basically receive 10 times more radiation being out of space. So that's even more crazy. So y'all running around when 5G came out, and everyone's like, "Oh, it was radiation and this, that, and the third," and all, and not wanting to sleep next to your phone and you're watching TV. Yeah, now you get 10 times more radiation onto your body. And then another thing I just see is that most of your genes reset when you return back to Earth.
Whoa, ho, ho.
And only about 7% of them remain normal, which is like crazy to me. It's like that could affect your offspring if you have kids or something.
That's what same thing I'm thinking.
That you know, that can, that's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of radiation that can cause brain damage, which can lead to Alzheimer's. It disrupts your orientation, causes motion sickness, body fluids, like it says here, and I'll put this in the description where I'm getting this information from. It says that astronauts lose about 20% of their body fluids and about 5% of their body mass while in space. So these are a lot of like health things that can lead into other things. Like, so if you already have pre-existing conditions, and then you go out there and then you expose yourself to radiation and being out there for 9 months, that can accelerate a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and when you come back, now you got to deal with all these medical problems, and that could probably end your career as an astronaut.
No, for real. Like
all because the previous president wanted to be negligent. All because the previous president didn't want to use Elon Musk's SpaceX to save these people. When he offered that he could save them, they didn't want to do it. NASA is not even capable. That's the craziest thing. You look at NASA, you're like, yo, like, they're the ones that went to space. They put a man on the moon, this, that, and the third. But you can't even go back out there and save somebody. Like,
that's what I was so confused about.
I was confused about that part.
I was like, well, why can't they just send a ship up there and pick them up? That's what I was so confused about.
I'm like, they send stuff up out of space, stuff come back. But the problem was they did not know how to safely return them back to Earth. They could send stuff up there, but NASA is not too confident in bringing them back down safely. And the only person right now that can do that
crazy
is Elon Musk. And he did it. And nobody want to give that man the credit. They want to talk shit about him all the time and complain about all the stuff that he's doing when he's actually doing stuff that's literally saving lives and helping people, and saving money for the U.S. government. But I digress.
This goes down in history, man. Like this.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
So, in other news, more Elon news is that, we have a lot of protesting going on, people destroying Teslas, setting them on fire, burning the superchargers, all because they don't agree with what he's doing in the Department of Efficiency. Doge. But what do you think about that? Do you think it's just to go around and just start blowing up Teslas and catching people cars on fire and vandalizing their cars and destroying the chargers? Like, what do you think about that?
I honestly, I really don't know. Like, what's the point? Because it's like, all right, you go blow up a few Teslas, blow up some dealerships. It's like, okay, what do you think is going to happen? That
just sounds ridiculous. Go ahead.
I was just like, what do you think the outcome is? The outcome is you're going to jail for a pretty long time.
Rightfully so.
And these are kind of like some terroristic attacks. Like, this is not protesting. Like, I'm watching, just the media. They're like, hey, these are protesters. I'm like, how is this protest? Protesting, like, having signs and like, hey, we don't like what Elon is doing and walking around peacefully. But this is acts of violence. And the thing the thing with me is just like, look, this is a company. This is an American-made company. A lot of, say what you want about Elon, but he employs a lot of people, engineers, people who just help building the cars and stuff. So it's like when you're talking shit on Tesla, want to blow up the factories and blow up the cars and shit, like you're hurting a lot of workers that's being employed. So it's like, Elon is going to be straight, bro. Like, this man is the richest man in the world. Mm-hmm. Blow up a few factories, man, build them back tomorrow or some shit. Like, he's the richest man in the world. But it's like, if you blow up a dealership.
Just give me, like, we're talking about.
Like, I'm just saying, like, if you blow up a dealership, now these people can't come to work because they ain't got no place to go. You blew that shit up. So I'm just like, yo, what's really the end game here? Is it just, let's just fuck shit up? So, like,
it kind of reminds me of, like, BLM.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm going to protest, which equals I'm going to destroy all the stores around my community. That's not a protest.
That's just doing shit.
That's just being destructive. That's like committing a crime because you don't agree with somebody. Like, oh, they did this. Yeah, I'm just gonna go, destroy somebody's place because I don't agree. Like, that doesn't make sense. That's like a tantrum from a child.
Exactly.
They're throwing a tantrum, and that's what the Democrats are doing. And you think, or liberals. Let's say liberals. I don't want to blanket Democrats. There's people out there, Democrats out there, it's like, yeah, this is retarded that they're doing and it's uncalled for. But to really go out and destroy property, and I've seen the videos where they go to a dealership and they have all the Teslas parked up and they go and they're on fire, they're blown up. Those are cars people paid for. Those are cars people.
Oh yeah, because Tesla, you could just like order it from your phone.
You buy the car off your phone. Yeah. You go. I bought mine off my phone. Like, you go on your phone, you buy the car, and then they tell you your car is ready for delivery. Come pick it up, or they deliver it to your house,
like a McDonald's order.
It's like a DoorDash. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, these are people's cars, right? You blow them up. People spend $40,000, $60,000, $80,000, $100,000, $130,000 on their car. Oh yeah, some violent protesters came and blew your car up. So now we got to reorder your car. And now you got to wait X amount of months to get your car again. It's like, to me, that's so messed up because, like, you're an innocent customer that's coming in to buy a product, but yet you paid for it and it got blown up. Like, what kind of, would you believe somebody, if you were going to buy, like, what's your favorite car? Let's just go out, throw out Cadillac. Cadillac. You're gonna go buy a Cadillac CTSV, and you go to the dealership to pick it up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we don't have the car. It blew up." You're like, "What?"
Like, what the fuck you mean it blew
Like, what do
up?
you mean it blew up? Like, you're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to reconfigure your whole car. You're gonna have to wait another 2-3 weeks to get it again, or ship over here, or whatever." You're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be pissed. You're gonna be looking forward to your car, and now it's gone. Somebody decided to blow up your car. You know?
No, that's ridiculous, yo. Like, there should be no room for this in the country. So I think the people need to get locked up, and let's just stop with the childish tantrums. Like,
Childish tantrums. I mean, look, Tesla is a good company in the sense of how they've been manufacturing the vehicles, how they're able to do start full autonomy, self-driving. Before that, this was never a topic. Like, I don't know what car company was talking about. They give you a little bitch ass stay in the lane thing where the car's kind of bouncing from side to side, staying in the lane. No, you turn it on, it stays in the fucking lane. Like, it's not bouncing around. You know what I mean? Is it perfect? It's not. But it's a leap ahead of what everybody else was offering. All right? Sustainability, electricity, batteries, all of this stuff, changing the landscape of what it means to own an electric car, what it means to save the environment, even though technically I don't believe it's really saving the environment, but that's a whole nother topic. But they've made a lot of big innovations where Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Kia, Hyundai have all copied from what Tesla has done. Mm-hmm. Even BYD is some Chinese company that's taken inspiration from what Tesla has done. So it's like, you can't shit on that company because they have actually paved the way for electric vehicles, because it was really not a big thing before that.
yeah, they made it cool to drive an electric vehicle too.
They made it cool. And not only that, there's a big ass supercharging network. And what's dumb, right, is when they burn these Tesla superchargers, it's not only affecting Tesla cars, it's also affecting other cars as well. Because recently, as of I think 2 years ago, Tesla opened the supercharger network to any car.
Ah, okay.
So not just Teslas can use it, BMWs, Porsche, all of them can use it. So it's like, now you're inconveniencing other people to charge their damn car. It's like, why?
This not an ounce of thought.
It just makes no sense. And like, I know the electric car industry is kind of like a niche. Not everybody has an electric car, but like, when you own one and you get to see like how it is, you know, it changes your life on how you charge, how you travel. But it's like, that's like saying people blowing up gas stations. Like, it's like,
explosions.
you know, it's like if everybody goes and blow up Sunoco gas stations, right? That's not just affecting one particular car brand. That's affecting everybody that has a gas car. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you're on the 95, and yeah, damn, I can't go to that one. I can't go to that one. And, you know, it may just be that many Sunocos, you know, but it's dumb. It's really dumb.
Yeah, I don't see the point. But again, what I'm disappointed by, I just see people in the media and online defending it. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, there is no room for this.
Absolutely none. But it's a damn shame. I mean, we live in a world where just throw a tantrum if you don't agree. That's it. You know, back to pre-K. Mm-hmm. Back to pre-K. But yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap that up right there. I mean, yeah, gives a lot of thought for you guys to think about. You know, when you go
let me
out.
ask you a quick question while we're on this. You saw when Trump advertised the Tesla on White House?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What do you think about that?
I thought that was staged.
Yeah, but you thought it was fine. Did you have a problem with it? Would you think it was fine? Like,
I had a problem with it. I thought it was kind of weird. Like, you know, obviously he has all the cars lined up right? And then him and Trump is like he's talking about which one he likes and this, that, and the third. I'm like, this could have been done off camera. Like, like people didn't need to see that. But I think that was a stunt to help Elon's stocks, Tesla stocks.
So I thought, when I first saw it, I was like, what the hell? I didn't really give it much thought, but I thought it was weird too. But until Scott Jennings was like, well, this is happened in the White House before. Like, presidents promote American-made car companies. Like, I think Joe Biden.
Yeah, he did the same thing with Ford.
Yeah, with Ford and Jeep Wrangler. I think people just have a problem with it because it's Elon. It's like Elon's already heavily evolved in administration. It's like you're looking at it as you're helping your buddy. But I'm like, if former presidents promoted American car companies before, I guess this shouldn't be too weird. But it does look like, damn, you're already helping this man out so much. You know what I'm saying? But of course, if you want to, but it's like, to me, it's like, it comes to no surprise. Like, the man who donated the most money to your campaign, you better promote his goddamn car.
Stuff.
So if any car that you got to promote, it got to be his.
I see where that makes logical sense, but it would have made more sense to me if Trump was promoting the car before he became president.
Okay.
Because we both know Trump was against electric cars.
Which is crazy now.
Yeah. So now it really looks like, okay, now you're looking like a hypocrite because now you're talking about, oh, you like this one, you like that one. But it's like, prior to that, you were against electric cars and wanted people to use gas and
I think he should, like, all right, you did Tesla. Now I think he should bring in Ford, GMC, and all that. Just to, like, not to show any type of favoritism. Like,
but you know, Ford, GMC, GM, they're closing down their electric manufacturing because they're not selling any of the cars.
Well, you gotta promote both. Like, look,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing bad. Like, they're like looking about facing bankruptcy for the first time. This will be the first time. So they're not doing well. They've invested so much money in electric cars. And I looked this up. I mean, I'm into all of that stuff, but they're investing so much money. Even Audi's pulling back. Mercedes-Benz, I mean, their electric cars, ass. It's straight ass.
It looks nice.
It looks nice, but it's fucking ass, dude. It's trash. So, because there's just so much problems with it. And it's like, they're all reeling it back because, one, it costs too much. And not only that, the consumers are not that well educated on electric cars. So they're like, you're not even known for this.
For real.
Like, if I'm I like Mercedes-Benz. I would never buy a Mercedes-Benz electric car. I'm getting me an a G-Class or G-Wag or a C-Class. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you get those that you know is good, but their electric cars is trash. Audi own is trash. Like, it's all garbage.
I seen Ford had like a big pickup truck electric car. Looks beautiful.
So they have the Ford Lightning, and that they thought was going to sell like crazy.
No.
But it didn't. And to my surprise, I thought it was going to sell like crazy too. Because I'm like, oh, it's Ford F-150 electric version. Like, everybody's going to want that. The Cybertruck outsold the Ford F-150. And the Ford F-150 came out before the Cybertruck. I'm like, how does that even make sense? Like, if this Cybertruck is that ugly, that whatever, how did it come out later and still sold more?
And, you know, I see that Cadillac, they got their electric Escalades. Which I'm like, they look nice, but it's, I don't know. Like, again, I could understand you want to try to see, you could dip your toe in that market to see what happens, but it's just not there yet. Tesla is another beast. But
it's a whole nother beast.
Yeah, but like, you still got to give people time to eventually go over. Because I was thinking like, all right, if everybody switch over to electric cars, so how long it takes to charge up?
So it all depends. So you have what they call V2, V3, and V4 chargers. Mm-hmm. So charging at home, that's level 1. That's V1. We don't really count that because nobody was gonna go plug into an outlet and charge their car. Mm-hmm. No one's gonna do that. So V2 is a step up, which will charge your car maybe about 5 hours.
Damn.
So that's mainly for your house. So you have a house, you get that charger, you hook it up to your circuit breaker panel, and you just charge it overnight.
Yeah, just
you go to
home,
sleep. You sleep for 8 hours. You're not doing that. It's not like you're driving 24/7.
Right.
You park your car in your garage, plug it in the charger, and boom. You wake up the next day, full battery.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have version 3, V3, which is fast charging. And Tesla calls it supercharging, where you plug it up, and it'll charge your battery in between 15 minutes to 25 minutes. So it all depends on where your battery is at. So it'll charge your car up between 15 to 25 minutes fast. Then you have version 4, which is even faster. So it'll lower the high end from 25 to maybe 20 minutes or 15 minutes. You get a full battery. So that is mainly for when you're traveling across states or like you're doing road trips. You will go and you go to a supercharger, charge it up fast, and then you're back on the road again.
But see, even 15 minutes is like kind of long because like you go to a gas station, it would take 5 minutes?
Yeah, or less. 3 minutes.
2 minutes. Like I'm just there for a few seconds. Boom.
Yeah, boom.
And the next car comes in. So can you imagine waiting 15 minutes for the car in front of you to charge up?
So, and that's the thing, but what's the beauty of it? And this is why, like, I feel a lot of people don't give Tesla their credit. I thought the same way. Before I got mine, I was thinking, like, damn, like, you got to wait that long and, like, this, that, and the third. But they put in all of these measures to help avoid and reduce the time. So the car is intelligent enough to say, like, let's say you're driving to Florida, right? Or instance, I was driving to Canada. Mm-hmm. That's like an 8-hour drive. You put the address in, and the car tells you where you got to stop. So you know where you got to stop and how much battery you're going to have and how long you have to stay there. So it'll estimate all of that. You start driving there, and when you start getting there, it starts to preheat the battery, meaning it starts to apply heat to the battery so that when you stop to charge, the battery is already in optimal temperature and it's going to charge faster. So you go, you charge, you plug in. It'll say stay here for 10 minutes. As you plug it in, boom, like you see the fans come on, everything, and it just charge, and it'll say, okay, when 10 minutes come, it'll say continue your trip. And that will take you enough to go to the next charger.
Oh, got it.
So it calculates and spaces it out for you, so you're not like spending a whole 25 minutes in one spot. So you get back on the road. So it does that, and it'll let you know how much battery you're going to have when you reach your destination. You could tell it, I want a full battery when I reach to my destination. It'll say, okay, stop at this charger for an extra 10 minutes. So it's like a lot of those things people don't know, but like the network is that advanced where it's like it'll help you navigate where you're trying to go.
The Ford F-150 Lightnings ain't doing that.
And they're not doing that. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. The Audis, the BMWs, the Mercedes-Benz, they're trash because it doesn't people don't have that luxury to say, oh man, I have to sit here and wait the whole 30 minutes or wait 25 minutes to charge. Tesla opened it so you can use a charger, but they don't give you the infrastructure of saying like the computational power to say, this is how you're supposed to route. Plus, they have all these other off-brand chargers along the way where you get there and the charger is broken. I've seen when I first got mine, and this was in the early stages, they had like ChargePoint or something like these other third-party brands that you get there, the charger's broken or somebody's charging and you have to wait and the person's not in the car. Right? Like they don't go out shopping or they doing whatever. And you're like, I have X amount of %. I need to charge my car. With Tesla, it tells you how many people are there, what the average weight is. So it's like, you're not coming in blind. And if the charger doesn't work, it tells you charger stall number 6 does not work. And you just avoid it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's like people who haven't it's like having a flip phone and then somebody having an iPhone. You're like, yo, like there's so much you can do with this phone that you don't know about your flip phone, right?
But it just takes a while for people to get over
and
to
it
that.
takes a while for people to adjust to and get over it. And a lot of people that don't know, but it's hard trying to explain that to some people when I'm like, oh, they're like, well, what electric car do you recommend? And I'm like, there's only one right now that I can confidently say, yeah, you would not have any problems owning this car. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, it's a good product. It's a good product. I like it. My next car after this car is going to be electric. Like, I'm sold on it. I'm sold. Mm-hmm. It works. It's easy. It's better, it's safer, it's cleaner. I don't know. That's just me.
That's nice, man. Nice. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Well, stop blowing up shit. That's really what we're trying to say. But yeah, bro.
Yeah, no. This should be a testament for other car manufacturers to step their game up. Really, I mean. If he comes out with what he said, the robots, the self-driving car, which he did show off, he showcased. Because now, I don't know if you ever saw this, but in the Tesla factory, when cars come off the assembly line and somebody drives it off the assembly line and into a parking lot, the cars are driving by themselves from the assembly line to the parking lot.
Crazy.
So they show them videos of the cars just driving by themselves, parking themselves into the parking lot, and then a truck coming by and picking them up, loading them onto the truck to deliver to people. And I'm like, nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Like, that's insane. That's insane. So, are we gonna get full self-driving tomorrow? No, but at some point it's gonna be there. So that's something good to look forward to. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So if you're an Uber driver, you might want to start reconsidering your job. But you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, I think that's it for this week. But yeah, what about you?
Nah, actually, that was that was all I had really. But we could definitely pick this up next week.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. And
thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, like, comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
And
see you on the next episode.
See you guys in the next one. Deuces.
Later, y'all.